Albert, prometiste que volvías a hacer aventura conmigo y encima en León y has venido.
Me lo pasé bien, tengo que volver. No me podía quedar en casa.
Nada más empezar, ya estoy feliz.
¿Sí?
Y me hiciste caso. Mira qué colorín que has metido, que te veo la camiseta por fuera, el forro amarillo así. Tú mira cómo vamos de guapines.
Elegante.
Yes, of course. I think when I have been working in this industry quite for 2 decades now, and I have really seen it that it is so much going hand on hand, because if we don't start it from the design phase, absolutely from the beginning, it's very difficult to make a product sustainable at the end in the production level. So I think it all should be started from the beginning, and that is why choosing the right raw material is so important, because it guides the whole production process, the supply chain, etc. It really depends. I think we should be seeing from a holistic point of view. I mean, what is the total cost? Maybe, of course, when a new innovative fiber is in the market, it could be relatively more expensive. And I think that's logical. And of course, when it is scaling up to the commercial level, then of course it should be also in the commodity price level almost. So from that point of view, initially any innovative fiber or any innovative product, not only fiber, any innovative product can be a bit expensive, but I think that should be only initially. But whatever, it is very important to know the total cost. Maybe a fiber, a very sustainable fiber, is relatively a bit expensive, but later we know that, for example, the cost is creating on the environment when it is not biodegrading, when it's not recyclable. That costs are also quite high. So if a sustainable material, initially it's a bit expensive, but it is providing the feature of biodegradability or the recyclability, that I think also should be taken into the consideration of the total cost. Well, I think it's a total approach. So it should be a shared cost. If, for example, the consumers are not willing to pay more, I think the retailers are not gonna develop those kind of products, because at the end, it's a business. They have to sell it. And also they are trying to optimize it during the manufacturing process. So I think a fiber maker, absolutely from the beginning, although it is initially a bit expensive for any innovation, but I think later it has to be in a level that it is retaining in the level of the market, for example, that we are in. And then it would be definitely a kind of a shared cost, that in all the stages it is a bit compromised. For example, if you have a very innovative dyeing method, it's a sustainable dyeing method. Maybe initially the investment is high, but eventually it will save a lot of, let's say, water, a lot of energy, a lot of chemical. Same goes with the fiber. For example, Spinnova fiber, in this case, we have a better possibility of let's say replacing the other natural fiber like cotton. So the environmental impact you are creating for the production of cotton can be leveraged through the Spinnova fiber, when it has significantly less water consumption or the CO2 emission. So I think it is a total approach, and all these things should be shared through the whole value chain. Well, I think slowly and slowly consumers are really getting more knowledgeable. They are more and more concerned what I am wearing really, and I think media has a very big role on that, to raising this kind of awareness. So people are more and more want to know what they are going to buy, what they are going to wear, even from the safety point of view, that what the product I'm wearing, is it containing any harmful chemical? So sustainability is one thing, but first I think we need to consider, as a consumer, we need to consider that what I am wearing, is it safe? And then you going more deeper. Of course, as a consumer, you would also like to see that, okay, how durable it is, how long I can use the product. Then I think coming those questions, of course, this is as a part of sustainability also, that as durable the product, as long you can use the product, and extending the lifetime of a product, it is more sustainable, we can consider, definitely. I think I must say that probably it's not there yet, but consumers are really getting more and more into it, and they are considering from where the product came. Let's say if it's a cotton-based product, from where the cotton being sourced, etc. And if there is anything new, innovative, that's also, I think they are getting more and more into it. But I think we, the industry people, also have some responsibility in order to educate the consumers that what is really sustainable, that they are not lost. People are offering a lot of sustainable things, like a sustainable fiber, a sustainable product, sustainable eco labels, a lot of different sustainable things, and very easily the consumer can be lost. So I think it is also our responsibility from the industry to have a kind of a consensus, what we are communicating to the consumer. Well, I think that's what you mentioned. Yeah, there are a lot of eco level around us in the market, and it's very difficult for me to say that what is actually more impactful for a certain product type. But what I would like to mention here, that I think it is also legislation which have some kind of a role in order to bring this safety, especially the product safety, product sustainability, these sort of things to the consumer. For example, when you know that there is a rich regulation in Europe, so a product what is sold in Europe has to be kind of aligned to the rich regulations requirements. So I think in that case, consumer will have been more kind of safe in terms of the feeling that they feel that the product is safe, it is not containing any harmful chemistry. So in the government level, and also even regional level, I think there could be some kind of initiatives to bring not probably as a label, but as a regulatory requirement, as a regulatory demand, that when a product is sold in this specific country or in this specific area, it should at least fulfill these things, so that consumers trust more, because it is from the regulatory level, and they I think will pick this up more, not really lost with different kind of eco labels. Of course, if a specific consumer group is knowledgeable about certain eco label, that definitely giving them confidence. But I think we are talking here about the wide range of audience. Perhaps if the industry could bring that kind of solution, I think we should also understand that there is no problem with the cotton itself. Cotton is a nice fiber, and we need it. In different kind of products, you really like to have it. But the thing is that how we are growing, what are the environmental and social impacts. If we could reduce that, definitely it is still a very good fiber. But if a technology like Spinnova, if could bring this to the market in the scaled level, then perhaps yes, we don't need to grow any cotton, and other fiber, man-made fiber, will be a replacement for that. That's a very tricky question, and how you are measuring the sustainability, that's I think also important. For example, a specific fiber can be very good from the carbon footprint point of view, or a specific fiber is very good in the water footprint point of view. But I think again I should emphasize more on the total sustainability. Just even the environmental impact, if we consider only, that also cannot claim as a most sustainable fiber. You should also consider, for example, social sustainability part. So considering all those kind of things, it is definitely tricky to say that what is the most sustainable fiber in the world. Of course, we can say Spinnova, the innovation we brought into the market, our way of producing the fiber is most sustainable till date. But at the end, we have to apply it into the product level. So that's also we need to remember that if we are retaining the value of this most sustainable fiber in the product level, so we have to see the total picture and the total up to the final product level. Not only that, even end of the life cycle, that can we really upcycle it, not only recycle. We know that there are recycling possibility at some scale, but even upcycle, that we are reducing consuming the virgin raw materials. Well, I think big retailers has really big role, because they have an access to the consumers. The big retailers, they build the trust to the consumers. That is why they are big retailer. They have definitely a trust on the market, and they have to step up. So if they could teach or educate the consumer that here are more sustainable option, and this is the reason why it's more sustainable option, I believe consumers will be more educated, probably even a bit faster. They will be get acquainted with the more sustainable things. So all in all, I must say that definitely big retailers have a big role here to bringing this new innovation. And also we should not forget that they have a lot of experience also from the what is really sustainable, and what kind of changes I can make in the product to make it more sustainable, what we can replace that it will be more sustainable. So I think we should utilize their expertise also in this, and that is why I think Spinnova has a great approach. We have developed our process, we have developed or close to mature our technology, but at the same time, from the very beginning, we were partnering with the global brand partners, just because we know that they have a lot of expertise also in this field. So we can combine this expertise, which will help also scale up our technology. At the same time, we can make some meaningful impact for the industry. I want to be very positive to see that things are going on in the industry at the moment. A lot of happenings. So we are working with the sustainable innovations. We are working on the circularity. We are working on the let's say recyclability or upcyclability. So a lot is happening, and most important thing is that the manufacturers, the retailers, brand partners, the consumers all are aware of this thing, the sustainability. That's, I think, the most important thing we have gained so far in this industry. And as all we are aware and we have a common goal, more or less, that we have to make less impact to the environment. So I'm very positive that we are moving towards a very sustainable future, and our textile industry, the fashion industry as a whole, will be really sustainable in 30 years.
Albert, prometiste que volvías a hacer aventura conmigo y encima en León, y has venido.
Me lo pasé bien, tengo que volver. No me podía quedar en casa.
Nada más empezar, ya estoy feliz.
¿Sí?
Y me hiciste caso. Mira qué colorín que has metido, que te veo la camiseta por fuera, el forro amarillo así. Tú mira cómo vamos de guapines.
Elegante.